Okay, so welcome to my super cramped garage. We got the Skag Cheetah here, we got the bad boy right there, and we have the all-new Toro 2000 HDX right here with this really amazing MyRide platform. That is just awesome. And I've had an opportunity to spend some time on this already, and I can tell you it's game-changing. Let me show you something here. So this is my Skag. That's me putting all my weight into that platform. Let me try to stand on it here, show you. Okay, so that's me hopping up and down on it, and you can see it's not moving much. This right here, on the other hand, it feels like it's a little too soft at first, but it's not, because once you sit in the chair, it actually really levels itself out, and this is like sitting on a cloud. It's pretty amazing. And don't take my word for it. Go to a Toro dealer, sit on one, and you'll be pretty dang amazed. That is really cool. Anyways, we're gonna take this out. I believe this will probably be the last mow of the year. Maybe not, because weather down here in South Texas is really weird sometimes. You'll get these really warm spells throughout the winter period, and you'll get rain, and all of a sudden your grass is growing really tall when it should be pretty much dormant. But it's not growing nearly as fast right now. We did get some rain a couple days ago, and I'm really interested in seeing how this works. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out and shoot some footage of it mowing the grass. Hang tight, I'll be right back. That's cool. I'm gonna switch to my GoPro up top. All right, so this thing's cool. I am super frustrated, not with the Toro in any way, because that seat is freaking awesome. I do need to probably tighten it up just a little bit, because if you hit a bump that's big enough, you can kind of feel it bottom out, and I'd like just a little bit more firmness to it. But other than that, that thing's like sitting on a cloud. That being said, it's really bad when you mow a large portion of your yard and you think you're recording the whole thing because you're getting the appropriate beeps from your GoPro Hero 10 that you just bought a ton of. Just to find out that it was frozen and not recording. And that's the fourth time this has happened to me in the last couple of days after a firmware update that GoPro pushed out for the Hero 10s. That it has to be the most unreliable camera I have ever used in my entire life. Whenever they work all the kinks out, it might be better, but at this point I can't record anything reliably, because probably 1 in 4 videos I record work. And I had this really great scene of mowing with this thing, and I had it mounted on my head. I had to go back and get one of my Hero 9s. I hope they don't make any software updates to it that do what they did to the Hero 10, because that thing's trash to me right now. It's just junk. You can get really great shots. However, just the camera's not very reliable, in my opinion. I have 12 of them, by the way. I have every series you can imagine, and the last couple of them have been the most unreliable overall in terms of, just constant recording. And when you're doing this kind of thing, you have to rely on your equipment, and you have to know that it's going to give you what you're looking for when you're done. That being said, I'm going to continue to cut some other parts of the yard. I'm going to use my Hero 9, which so far hasn't been giving me any issues lately. Hopefully it will continue to work well, and I'll give you some more mowing footage that you totally missed because the Hero 10 froze up on me again. All right, so I'd say I probably mowed about 2.5 acres, and this thing's a beast. You know, and on the way back, at least, I hit this thing at full throttle, and it's quick. I don't think I would ever mow that fast, and especially this yard. This yard is very bumpy, and, you know, you just don't want to damage something just because you're trying to go quick and impress somebody. But this thing is super, super powerful. Very, very impressed with it. The cut is really, really nice. I'm very, very impressed with the cut. You know, in my opinion, I'm going to say it equals that of the Skag. I don't know if it's better, but again, I'm not a lawn care expert, so I can't necessarily comment on that. But what I can tell you, though, is that the ride was super comfortable. There's a few little instances where you might hit like a rut or something that's maybe 2 or 3 inches deep, and you feel it. You kind of max out the suspension, and it's not what I would consider to be jarring, but it's certainly, you know, a bump. But more so than not, it's so much smoother than you would ever think you could be on a riding lawnmower on a yard like this. So there's a lot of perks to having this MyRide system, and probably the biggest single one is that it really isolates you from the chassis. Now keep in mind, the handles are still connected to the chassis. This platform right here is the part that's bouncing up and down. So your arms are still connected, you're still holding on to the bars or the handles, which are still connected to the main body. So they're gonna move around, right? You're still gonna have your arms kind of moving up and down a little bit, but your body itself is certainly cushioned, and the ride is just hard to describe in terms of comfort. So yeah, we're gonna definitely demonstrate this a little bit more. It's starting to get a little bit dark on me here, and you know, it's a fun mower. This thing is really, really cool. There's a lot to like about it, and so far it's performed really well. So very, very happy with this. Big shout out again to Toro. They provided this to me at no charge for evaluation on my channel. And you know, it's a good sized lawn, and it's a bumpy lawn, and the grass grows thick. It's ranch grass. It definitely is a bit harder to cut than, you know, your typical manicured lawn that you might have in front of your home. So it's certainly something that we've had a lot of fun with so far, and it's doing a great job, and you can already tell it's been put to work. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll bring you a lot more content on this, as well as RVs, as well as trailers, as well as new vehicles, you know, safety when it comes to towing, all of that stuff, because it's all very important. And, you know, I'm trying to diversify the channel a little bit. You know, I always have hobbies and things that I like to talk about on the side, but I'm trying to incorporate hobbies that are relevant to the life that we're living and the things that we have. And I couldn't do it without companies like Toro helping me out with things like this. And again, this isn't a sponsored video, it's a review video, and they made it very clear that they want an honest evaluation of the performance of this tractor. So I'm gonna give it to them, and so far I've been really happy with it. Anyways, guys, again, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up while I go ahead and clean this thing off.